When I was driving on the smaller roads trying to get to this live shot, I was slipping and sliding on my way here. So be careful. Depending on the car's make or the color or even the interior of the car, the temperatures inside can go up 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Some extra money after maybe spending too much over the holidays. Tax deductions may be of interest. She's never seen a school successfully appeal its decision to revoke accreditation. We're surrounded by technology. Osmond says she wants her kids doing something that kids their age should be doing. Many travelers took advantage of the warm temperatures and the clear skies before hitting the roads today. But for those who are waiting until tomorrow, the Moses family say the appeals court's decision proves the law can work in your favor. Brittany Patterson joins me here. Brittany and Brittany, huh? I got the news, you got the weather. Forbes magazine says to get around those hefty ATM prices, buy a cheap item at the grocery store, swipe your debit card, and get cash back. Brad Kelly, I'm standing here at the intersection of Campbell and North Highland here in Midtown Jackson. Now, temperatures here are reading at about 14 degrees. Of course, that's well below freezing point. If you take a look behind me at the road here on North Highland, it's an entire sheet of ice. Now, I'm telling you, these roads are icing over quickly. What was once covered in snow is now entirely ice over. So you have to be careful. The few motorists that are out are driving very, very slow. Now, this is an example of a major road. When I was driving on the smaller roads trying to get to this live shot, I was slipping and sliding on my way here. So be careful, use caution. It's dark outside, it's cold, and I'm even starting to see a few flurries. So we'll have to see what Brittany has to say about that. But as for the snow, TDOT says clearing these roads was a piece of cake.
It was 1 week ago today that 11-year-old Justina Macklin collapsed at her Lake County Elementary School. Since then, other than an inconclusive autopsy report, the family says they've been told nothing about the minutes leading up to her death.
Tonight, in their first television interview, Justina's parents sit down with ABC 7 Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Noble. She joins us live with what they had to say. Brittany.
What we do know is that Justina Macklin spent her last minutes in social studies at Margaret Newton Elementary, but everything outside of that remains a mystery to her family. Monty Merriweather is preparing to bury his 11-year-old daughter, but he and his wife LaVisha are far from finding peace in the sudden death of a child who they believe was perfectly healthy when they sent her to school last week.
Your daughter's been hurt at school and we need you to come there.
Monty, Justina Macklin's stepfather, says he was told she was still breathing when she left Margaret Newton Elementary, but died before making it to the hospital. They say they have yet to be given a reason why she collapsed in class.
I've been hearing a lot of things and some of it's not true, and I know I can't speak for everything I've heard. But
according to the Merriweathers, the autopsy revealed Justina died from an undetermined reason. Our multiple calls to the Lake County Sheriff's Department and the school district about Justina have gone unanswered.
It's kind of hard to watch your child just lay there with no life.
LaVisha says she's puzzled at what she calls a lack of sympathy she's received, especially from her daughter's school.
They don't have anything on the board outside the school saying anything about, you know, Justina passing or wishing the family, you know, the best.
The Merriweather says they won't quit searching for answers into what exactly happened to Justina and are looking for the community to speak up too.
Because I won't be able to rest until I know exactly what happened to her, and I know she can't tell me.
Again, we'd hoped to share the Lake County School District's thoughts on the loss of Justina, but our calls were not returned, nor were our requests for an update on the investigation by the Sheriff's Department. Brittany Noble, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Brandon Markowski is sitting in the lobby of Dresden City Hall, patiently waiting to pay his traffic ticket.
I had to get up, and when I didn't want to, get up early in the morning, get ready and all, and just sit here, so.
What Markowski didn't know until now is that instead of visiting the cashier in person, he could have paid his ticket using the city's website. With a credit card and your account numbers, bills can be paid online rather than the old ways of either mailing a check in or paying in person.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Tell me why.
Just less hassle.
Dresden City Hall.
Clerk Toya Bell agrees online bill pay is a plus for the entire city.
I think that it just gets everybody up with the times. Everything is offered online.
But the convenience comes with an additional cost. The city charges a $2.50 fee for processing the credit card.
I'm sure there are those that may choose not to pay that way because of that fee, but it may be better than paying a late fee.
For Markowski, he welcomes the change and says even with the extra charge, he'll always use his credit card in Dresden from now on.
And also have to hand it to them, and that's not a good feeling.
Well, Jonkel, deputies say cash was on the mind of the suspected thieves, and by this afternoon, they were able to put the suspect behind bars, giving the Palestine United Methodist Church a reason to smile. The steeple that's meant to sit on top of the Palestine United Methodist Church is still on the ground, even after a very generous donation that had the men in the congregation hard at work.
To improve the church's appearance and make it look better, and there was a big donation for it, and everything was going good till somebody stole the metal.
There was 4 of us, but it got to raining and got real cold, so we had to stack the metal up and quit on it for a little while.
And that stack disappeared this weekend. So the men say they put in a call to deputies and junkyards around the county looking for their missing metal. On Tuesday, the Henry County Sheriff's Department arrested Brenda Thompson and believes she has an accomplice.
I guess they're in the scrap metal stealing business.
She had taken some of the items that had been identified. She was, in fact, the one that had taken them up there and actually scrapped them at the place, she and this other gentleman.
Church members say the missing metal set them back about $500, but only gained the suspected thief about $25 at the junkyard.
It's Christmas time, and we give out Christmas baskets to all the needy. And, you know, if they'd come knock on the door and ask us for some money, we'd give it to them. They don't have to steal from us.
Brenda Thompson is being held at the Henry County Sheriff's Department on a $10,000 bond. Deputies say they have one other man they're in the process of locating in connection with this case. Brittany Noble, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Brad, within the next few years, all property along a certain stretch of Highway 641 will be bought by the state, and TDOT says people should start preparing now. Kelly Jackson and her daughter are cherishing every moment they have left in their front yard.
That's sad that I got to uproot my children and take them somewhere else because they want to widen the road.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation is working with federal grant money to expand Highway 641 from a 2 to a 4-lane road.
A widened road. There is nothing wrong with this road as it is.
Well, cities grow and they want to get the congestion and the truck traffic, especially out of the city and the downtown area.
TDOT Communications Manager Nicole Lawrence is working around the clock to make this a smooth transition for everyone.
We're here to help them through that process.
Lakeside Christian Fellowship Church, which sits off Highway 641, will lose only a hill, and members say this project is a blessing.
We've been believing for increase of the city and blessings to come to the city.
Now, even though there aren't too many people here right now, Pastor Pam Hughes hopes that with the new highway widening project, more people will come to her congregation.
Praying for those people. I know that will be a difficult thing for each and every one that will be losing their home, but at the same time, you know, I believe that God will bless them.
But for Jackson and her family, help can't come soon enough. Beginning next year, TDOT will begin offering a fair market value for all the homes in the 12-mile range. They plan on beginning construction in 2013. Brittany Noble, ABC 7 Eyewitness. Authorities blocked some Henry County roads Friday morning and cranked up the helicopters, looking for the person they believe shot and killed 76-year-old Barbara Walker and her husband, 80-year-old Guy Walker.
They're good people. This is a very quiet community. You know, we don't have problems like this out here.
Sheriff Monty Blue says it appears the Walkers may have been killed by the same man who confronted another Henry County resident just moments earlier.
We believe this suspect actually held a woman at gunpoint this morning in a different incident just across the road, just east of our present location. She was able to get away from him, and then when we were in search, all this happened in a matter of minutes. And then he came over here and possibly committed this crime as well.
They believe the suspect took off in the victim's 2001 white Ford F-150 pickup truck with a toolbox in the bed of the truck.
Responded to, we believe we were we arrived on the scene in a very timely manner right after the suspect left. We believe we've only missed him by minutes.
And as for the shooter's motives?
At this time, we basically cannot release any details at all on that.
He could be anywhere out here. You know, he's still loose. You know, and we don't know where he's at. It could happen again.